Vast riches, multiple trophies, and a plethora of top-class footballers. Roman Abramovich's millions, or billions we should say, have brought a great deal to Chelsea Football Club, but one thing they haven't brought is managerial stability. If one accounts for interim and caretaker managers, the Blues have had a total of 14 managerial changes in the 15 years since Abramovich's arrival. The revolving door at Stamford Bridge shows no signs of slowing down anytime soon, but neither does the club's success, it ought to be said. We've had a few requests to do a video on Chelsea's most recent managerial casualties and see how their careers have panned out since then, so that's exactly what we're going to do. Here are Chelsea's last 7 managers. Where are they now? Antonio Conte, unemployed. Chelsea's most recently departed manager is of course Antonio Conte. The former Juventus midfielder spent 2 seasons in charge at the Bridge, comfortably winning the title in his first, but failing to qualify for the Champions League in his second. Conte's relationship with Abramovich became increasingly strained throughout his second season in charge of the club, and his departure was ultimately an inevitability. Linked with AC Milan in the summer, Conte is currently out of work, but there are 1 or 2 suggestions he could replace Jose Mourinho at Old Trafford should Manchester United sack their struggling Portuguese boss. Guus Hiddink, China's under-21s. A manager who we are a big fan of, Guus Hiddink has had 2 stints in charge of the Blues, both made up of fewer than 30 games. A Dutchman best known for his 2 significant reigns managing PSV, as well as leading South Korea to the semi-finals at the 2002 World Cup, Hiddink has been managing the Chinese under-21 national team since September 2018. There'll be cynics who say Hiddink is only coaching in Asia in order to earn vast sums of money late in his career, but we like the idea that he is just passionate about the future of Chinese football. Jose Mourinho, Manchester United. Well, this could age quickly, but as I talk to you now, Jose Mourinho is still the manager of Manchester United. Another world-class coach who has had 2 separate spells in charge of Chelsea, Mourinho was originally the man tasked with investing Abramovich's millions, and for the most part, you'd have to say he did a very good job. Mourinho shook up the English game in his first stint at Chelsea, whilst his second was a rather more mixed affair. He won a Premier League and League Cup double in 2014-15, but was sacked in December 2015 with the Blues down in 16th place, just 1 point above the Premier League relegation zone. Things haven't got that bleak at Manchester United just yet, but Jose is struggling at Old Trafford right now. Rafa Benitez, Newcastle United. Only an interim manager, but Rafa Benitez's time in charge of Chelsea was significant enough to qualify him for the 7. The experienced Spaniard arrived midway through the 2012-13 season and helped put the Blues' house in order. Benitez guided the club to a 3rd place finish in the Premier League, a first ever Europa League title, and the semi-finals of both the FA Cup and the League Cup. Never a popular choice with Chelsea fans though, despite those successes, Benitez wasn't offered a long-term deal, and he now manages Premier League strugglers Newcastle United. Roberto Di Matteo, unemployed. Out of work for more than 2 years now, Roberto Di Matteo hasn't held a first-team managerial role since being dismissed by Aston Villa in October 2016. A Chelsea legend as a player, Di Matteo is best known for one thing, winning the Champions League with the club in 2012. It was Chelsea's first time being crowned European champions, and it earned Di Matteo a long-term deal. It didn't last long though, and after a tricky start to the 2012-13 season, Abramovich wasted no time giving him the axe. Villas-Boas, unemployed. The third and final unemployed manager in this 7, Villas-Boas arrived at Chelsea having enjoyed success at a young age with Porto, much like Jose Mourinho. Unlike his compatriot and predecessor though, AVB didn't enjoy great success at the Bridge, being given just 9 months before Abramovich brought his 3-year contract to an end. Villas-Boas has managed the likes of Tottenham and Zenit St. Petersburg since then, but he has been out of work after leaving Shanghai SIPG of the Chinese Super League almost a year ago now. Carlo Ancelotti, Napoli. A world-class manager who won the European Cup twice as a player and has won it 3 times as a manager, Carlo Ancelotti was given a full 2 seasons in charge of Chelsea. A head coach whose man management style has proved a hit with many top-class players, Ancelotti won a Premier League and FA Cup double in his first season in London. He has led the likes of PSG, Real Madrid and Bayern Munich since being sacked by the Blues and is now managing Serie A title hopefuls Napoli. So that's it for our 7. Thanks for watching, feel free to subscribe and turn on notifications for more from us if you enjoyed the video, and you can now also follow us on Twitter for more ramblings from me. Our username is simply @HITC Sevens.